What's up guys, Jake Does Hurdles back out again with another Pokemon Go video, and in today's video we're going to be giving you a recap of my Rainbow Cup tournament, my first one of the month. It is the Rainbow Cup East in Pittsburgh, and I did pretty well. You guys can look over it for yourself and see what I did well and what I didn't do well, but leave it in the comments and just let me know, and without further ado, let's get into it. So we're going to hop into match 1, round 1 against Lantis, and I'm seeing that my team has a positive matchup with Raichu against 3 of his types, 3 of his Pokemon, so I'm going to use Raichu in the first match for sure as my lead, and he is a very good player, just so you guys can see. And let's get into this match, guys. So going into game 1 against Lantis, I'm going to be leading with Raichu because that has the most positive matchups. I think that's definitely a good play, and he leads with Slowbro, so a very good matchup for me here. I can aggro farm up to a Wild Charge, but not use it. So what we're going to do is get 2 charge moves basically ready to go, and then use the Thunder Punch to bait a shield here. And we're going to get the shield, so very good for us. And then he's going to switch in, I'm going to charge, keep charging, and then I'm going to bring in Blastoise to do some pretty good damage against this Quagsire. So I'm going to take this to the face, almost. Shielded, so I know he has Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb is one of his moves. So we're going to overcharge a little bit, and I'm not going to shield here. And I'm thinking Sludge Bomb's coming again, so Sludge Bomb, fine. I can take that to the face. That's why Blastoise is another good defender on your team. You can take that Sludge Bomb from that Quagsire if it uses it. So we're going to use a Hydro Cannon. We got 2 of his shields down already. And if I get to this, it's basically a GG's. And I know that I'm basically in good shape here because I got to this Hydro Cannon. It's going to almost KO that Quag. It's going to KO Quag. So he's going to bring out, I believe it is Slowbro again. So I'm going to spam here. And I don't need to keep Blastoise around. It's perfectly fine for him to die. And I'm going to let him go and then bring in Raichu with that charged up energy. And he's got no shield, so I know that that's going to knock him out, the Wild Charge. And I'm going to basically spam these fast attacks on Lantern. And if I can get up to a Wild Charge, we were lagging here, both of us. And if I can get to a Wild Charge, it's basically GG's. And he even said, I don't think there's any way I could have won right there. The lag really wouldn't have mattered. And I was like, yeah, I had a shield, and obviously I knocked you out pretty easily, and I had a full Pokemon left. So he agreed that that was perfectly fine. So I'm going to take a good old GG in the first game against Lantis. So we're going to hop into match number 2 against Lantis, and I am going to lead with Fortress because I'm looking for a Venu lead or positive matchup with the Confusion user. So he's going to lead with Quag, and I know this is a decent matchup for me because I can at least force a shield with my Earthquake. So he's going to use his first move, and I know that he couldn't get to Earthquake faster than me. He might have been able to get to Stone Edge, but I don't think Earthquake. So he uses Stone Edge, and that's going to do some pretty significant damage, and I'm going to get to an Earthquake to force a shield. So I'm going to basically sacrifice Fortress because I think that I need these 2 shields for the back, judging by what I have to counter Quag. I'm going to need these shields. So I'm going to overcharge here with Quag. I've got the Sludge Bomb ready, that's perfectly fine. And now I'm going to see that he has Sludge Bomb as well. So that's perfectly fine with me. And I'm going to overcharge again, get the Stone Edge ready. Going to use the Stone Edge, and then I'm going to have a Sludge Bomb ready for his Venusaur. And I'm going to immediately switch into Charizard. And he said that there might have been a switching error here, but he said he would have switched anyway. He's like, oh, my bad. I was like, yeah, it's fine. He was using Charge Beam on his Lantern, so I knew it was okay. You know, Water Gun would hurt a lot worse. So I knew I had 2 shields here, and I knew I had to keep my Charizard alive because I knew I had to kill Venusaur in the back. So Thunderbolt's going to hurt, so I got to shield that up. And I'm hoping to get to a Blast Burn here before he can get to anything else. So I get to Blast Burn, I use it, and this is going to KO Lantern. So we've got a healthy-ish Venusaur coming out, and I'm going to get to a Blast Burn, but not before he gets to a Sludge Bomb. So I'm going to shield up, and then I'm going to take a GG in round number 1, match number 2 against Lantis. Very good opponent, very good player. I just think I had the better lineup for this one, guys, so GG's. So this is our next opponent, Trish Chandler. I wanted to show you guys their team before we got into it, and we can see that they have Meganium, Fortress, and Beecher, which is a red flag because we know that they are weak to fire. So I think that I'm going to be leading Charizard in this next matchup, and without further ado, let's get into it. Top into match number 1 against Trish Chandler. I'm going to be leading with Charizard for those positive matchups, and she's going to lead with Quag. So very, very good lead for her. And I'm going to basically do some Fire Spins here to get some energy built up and then try to switch into Venusaur, and then I finally get my switch off, which actually was perfectly timed because that Stone Edge would have actually forced the shield. So very perfect switch. Not very planned, but perfect. So we're going to get some energy built up because I know she's going to bring in a Charizard or something that can kill me. So we're going to get the Sludge Bomb off, and she is not going to shield. So Gonna do a very good job right there to kill Charizard, and she's gonna take out my Venusaur, which is perfectly fine because I have Quag here to aggro farm against this Charizard. So she's gonna use Dragon Claw, and I don't know if she actually had Blast Burn. I don't remember seeing it, but she's gonna use Dragon Claw again here, and I am not going to shield because I'm just like, okay, I gotta save these shields for the back. And I've got a bunch of moves ready, a bunch of energy, so I'm going to use Sludge Bomb because I'm expecting Meganium, her grass type, and I get Meganium, so I'm going to get one Sludge Bomb off, and she's going to waste both of her shields here, which is really good for me. Going to basically try to get to another Sludge Bomb, and I almost do, which is really nice. And then I'm going to have Charizard with the Blast Burn ready with no shields on Meganium. So very good for me. And it's one-on-one right here. It's Quagsire, but Quagsire's already weak, and I have 2 shields. So very good for me. Very good situation. Very well played. She's Acid Spray, so that was caught me off guard. I was like, oh no, it's going to hurt a little bit here. And use Blast Burn, which should knock her down pretty well. And then I'm able to Fire Spin her to death. So GG's in that first one, Trish. So guys, let's hop into round 2, match number 2 against Trish. And she's going to be leading with Quagsire, and I'm going to be leading with Charizard. And I was expecting that grass type or that bug type, but she did not take the bait. So I'm going to get Charizard out of there in favor of Venusaur. So Venusaur is going to do some super effective damage with those Vine Whips, and she's going to Acid Spray me, so I'm not going to shield. And I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb when she brings in Charizard. So basically sacrificing Venusaur here. I think I'm fine. Not going to go for... I'm going to get another charge move here. And I'm going to bring in Quag to wall this Charizard. So she's going to be able to get off a charge move here. I'm expecting Dragon Claw because that's all she's used so far. So we got Dragon Claw. And I'm going to be just trying to charge up these moves to hopefully get either a last second Stone Edge off or get a Sludge Bomb off against a grass type. So I'm going to once again take these Dragon Claws. I know that Charizard's going to need the shields because it's going to have 2 Pokemon to take on at least. And I'm going to be able to get this Charizard dead before she can get another Dragon Claw. And if she would have got one, I would have shielded there because I have so much energy stored up for whatever comes in. And I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb here, expecting a grass type. So this is a pretty bad move by me, but I think it was a decent call anyway because I was able to get out and switch into Charizard and use this Blast Burn to draw out a shield. So she's going to have 1 shield left, and I'm going to be able to Fire Spin her almost to death, and then she's going to get a move off right before her death. So very good by me saving those shields, because Rock Tomb probably would have almost killed me there, if not killed. So I'm going to go for Dragon Claw here to shield bait, and she's not going to take the bait. So I'm going to basically go for another Dragon Claw, try to charge up a little extra energy. I did one little piggyback right there, and goes for Stone Edge, so I saved the shield. Smart move by me. And go for Dragon Claw, and this is where she shields, and it's going to be a race to this Dragon Claw. And I do have Quag in the back with the charge move ready to go, but I'm trying not to get to that point. So I get to my Dragon Claw, and that is going to be GG in match number 2 of round number 2 against Trish. So we're 2-0, we're going to hop into our next match, and he has Fortress, Mantine, Raichu, Venusaur, Charizard, and Quagsire. So I want to show you guys who I'm playing and what their team is. It's very similar to mine, and it's pretty balanced. And I don't really know how I'm going to attack it, but I think that Raichu is going to be the key. So let's hop into these battles. So I'm going to be going into this battle. This is the basically semifinal here, round number 3. I believe we're both 2-0, and I'm going to be dealing with Quagsire, and he has Venusaur. So what I'm going to do is spam a couple butt shots here, and then get Raichu in there on accident. It was a misclick, so I already screwed myself, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to sacrifice Raichu. And 1 Frenzy Plant killed it. So now you guys know 1 Frenzy Plant will kill your Raichu. And I have a switch glitch here, which makes it even better. Can't do anything. So I'm like, great. I'm going to get this Blast Burn off, hopefully. And then I'm going to use this Blast Burn, and it's going to be shielded. So I'm like, all right, I got to shield Charizard because I know that I'm already basically screwed here. So I'm going to go for a Blast Burn again, hoping for no shield. And he is going to not shield, which is good for me. But I need to shield here to keep this Charizard alive because I know Venusaur is in the back, and I know the Quag cannot take on Venusaur. So I should have switched out here. I did switch out here. It's very smart by me. And I'm going to switch into Quag. And he's going to use Stone Edge. Not going to do very much damage. And I'm going to get some energy charged up here for whatever's coming in. And I'm expecting Venusaur. So I'm going to use a Sludge Bomb. And I'm expecting a shield here. And he does shield, so very good shield by him. I'm trying to get off another Sludge Bomb, and I do not get the charge move priority, or I just don't get the charge move off, which is perfectly fine. I don't think it really would have turned the match that much, but not getting the charge move again also turns the match. So it's going to be a misplay, GG's in that round to my opponent. So let's hop into match number 2 against Mega Arrow D, and this is the semifinal. So I'm 2-0 and he's 2-0, so I am back against the wall here. I've already lost first game because of a misclick, so we are going to charge up this energy, and we are going to spam these Thunder Shocks until he uses charge move, and then I'm going to shield, and then I'm going to switch into my Blastoise to do pretty good damage against this Quagsire. So this team was made for Confusion User and or Quagsire with a Mantine. So I am ready for the Earthquake. I'm fine with it. I'm not going to waste a shield. And he's going to bring in Venusaur. So it was a very good job by me here. I'm going to force a shield. And then I'm going to basically die with Blastoise. But I've got Fortress ready for this Venusaur. So I'm not going to shield here because I know that Fortress is a complete wall to Venusaur. So I'm in very good shape here. I've got a shield. He only has one shield. So I know he's either going to burn a shield on Venusaur or he is going to die. So I'm going to use Frenzy Plant. He's going to try to Frenzy Plant as much as he can. And what I'm going to do here is go for a shield bait with Heavy Slam. So Heavy Slam's either going to almost kill it or he's going to use a shield. So he didn't use the shield. And I'm going to switch into, I believe it is... Yes, I'm going to go for this Wild Charge on this Mantine because I know that he has one shield, but I charged all that energy up earlier, so I've got enough energy for another Wild Charge. So very good job by me. I love farming Raichu. I think that's a great plan. Raichu's a great lead, one of the best leads in this cup. It has a lot of good matchups, and he's got Quagsire. So I'm like, all right, get a Wild Charge off. I know this is going to do significant damage. He's got no shields left. Boom, almost dead. So I'm like, all right, it's going to be a race to this charge move, and he gets the charge move first. I got to make a judgment call. Can Fortress kill Quag? I'm not going to count on it. I know I can get to this Thunder Punch, and I'm going to get to the Thunder Punch, and I'm going to take a GG in match number 2 of round number 3. So we're going to hop into match number 3 of round number 3, and I'm going to be leading Venusaur, expecting a Quag lead, and we get a neutral matchup. So what I'm going to do here is basically go for the Sludge Bomb, and I think that I have charge move priority, and he's going to piggyback off of me. And that's fine. He's not going to shield here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this because I don't want to shield this. I don't want to give up shield advantage already. So I'm going to farm up a little bit and then switch out to Charizard right before he's about to get his charge move. And then I am going to shield this because it was really close to Sludge Bomb. I was counting really, really close, but it was a very good shield by me. So I use the shield, but I'm able to get a Blast Burn off on this Mantine, which is going to do some damage or force a shield. So I knock off about 40% of his health, and I'm not going to shield here because I'm thinking that's not Water Pulse. I know I can get to 2 Blast Burns before we can get to 1 Water Pulse. So I'm going to get to Blast Burn, and he is going to either shield or let his Mantine die, and he chooses to shield, which was a very good thing for me because I'm going to bring in my Quag, I believe, to do some good damage against this Flyer, and I'm going to basically spam these Mudshots, and I'm thinking this could be Water Pulse, and it is, but it doesn't hurt that bad, so very thankful that it didn't hurt that bad. I'm basically going to aggro farm this Mantine, and I'm going to shield here because I'm thinking Aerial Ace might knock me down pretty low, so I'm down to no shields, and he has 1 shield, so I'm going to use his Stone Edge, and I'm either going to draw his last shield or he's going to die. So he chooses the shield, and I'm going to switch into Venusaur, and we switch automatically, and he's got no shields left with Quag, and I've got a weak Venusaur, but I've got a Frenzy Plant ready to go for his Quagsire. So I think he did a sacrificial swap, and he is basically going to go for the kill here on my Venusaur, but I've got energy charged up with Quag, and I'm able to get to a Sludge Bomb before he can get to anything, and I'm going to KO him to win the semifinal and go on to 3-0 and get ready for the championship. So GG's and Mega Arrow D in that round. So guys, we made it to the championship against B-Butta R.A. Douglas, and she said she's new to PvP, but her team is very balanced, and it's giving me some frets because Lantern can either be Charge Beam or Water Gun, and I know it's going to kill me. I know it's going to be scary, but I have Raichu to take it on, and we're going to hop into this championship. I just wanted to show you guys that this girl is a stud. She said she's new, but she's got that 81 percentage, and I can't wait for you guys to see this final. So let's hop into match number 1 of the championship of the East Pittsburgh Rainbow Cup right here. So I'm going to be using Blastoise against her Venusaur, and I'm going to be spamming that Water Gun until I can get Charizard in there to do some damage with the Fire Spins. And she's going to bring in Lantern. So Lantern is Water Gun. It's doing super effective damage with that Water Gun, so it's going to hurt really bad. And I'm going to use a Blast Burn here to definitely do some damage, and I'm going to choose not to shield here because I'm already basically dead, and I'm going to bring in my Venusaur to do some super effective damage with those Vine Whips against her Lantern, and I'm going to shield here because I think that Thunderbolt is going to hurt a little bit more than it should, so I'm going to have a lot of energy farmed up for whatever she brings in, and it's going to be Venusaur. So I'm going to choose not to shield this Sludge Bomb so I can save a shield for Quag in the back, and I'm going to use a Sludge Bomb of my own. So she is going to shield, Smart Shield by her, and I'm going to hopefully draw another shield from her right here. So I'm going to get that shield, and I'm going to switch into Blastoise, and I'm hoping that I can get to an Ice Beam here, and she's going to bring in Quagsire. So I'm going to spam that Hydro Cannon here. It's a very good switch by her, by the way. She knew that I had the Ice Beam almost ready to go, and I'm going to be able to get to 2 Hydro Cannons here. So she baited me perfectly. And I am going to be using Blastoise against the Venusaur, and I am going to shield, hoping that I can get to a Hydro Cannon or a Ice Beam to knock her out, and I'm not able to, so I'm in a very bad situation, guys. But I've got Venusaur in the back, and it's going to be a race to this charge move, even though I'm so low health, and I am able to get to the charge move, and something happened, I don't know, I think she was going for the charge move, but it wouldn't let her click, and I'm going to take a GG in the first match of the championship. So guys, we're going to move into match number 2, and I am expecting something not like Venusaur as a lead, because I lead Quag, and she has Venusaur, so I'm obviously in a bad situation here. I'm going to spam these Mud Shots, and then I'm going to get Fortress in there to take on Venusaur head on. So I'm not going to shield this because, like I said, I'm the wall, Fortress is the wall, and I'm going to farm up some energy, and she is going to switch out into, you guessed it, Lantern. So I'm going to hopefully burn a shield here with this Earthquake, and if she doesn't, she's probably going to be really toast, and she's going to use a shield. So I'm automatically screwed because I have nothing that really counters Lantern. Definitely bad planning by me here. Lantern was very key to her team, and I'm going to bring in Quag because that's my best option. So I'm basically going to overcharge some energy here, and I'm going to have to use my last shield, and I'm going to go for the Stone Edge to hopefully draw a shield, and I'm not going to get the shield, but she's able to get a charge move off, so I'm going to shield to keep my Quag alive so I can use a Sludge Bomb on whatever's coming in, and it's going to be Venusaur. So I'm going to use a Sludge Bomb to hopefully draw a shield, and then I'm going to immediately switch to Charizard. And she's not going to shield, so I'm hoping to Fire Spin her to death here, and I'm going to get the Fire Spin almost to death Venusaur. So she's going to bring in Quag, and I'm going to go for Blast Burn. And I think right here I should have went for a Dragon Claw to shield bait, but I went for the Blast Burn and did significant damage, so I've got a shield here. And I shielded Stone Edge, which is very smart. So I'm going to go for a Dragon Claw here to get the shield bait, and I'm going to get the shield. So very good by me there, but I'm going to be losing my Charizard because I cannot get the charge move. So she's going to get the Stone Edge off, and I'm going to be bringing in a Quagsire that is going to be very weak, but I'm hoping that I can Mud Shot her to death and then take out Venusaur with the Sludge Bomb, and I missed it by about 1 health. So GG's in that round. Right there, match number 2. So guys, we're coming down to the final matchup, and there are clearly some issues with my team. I'm leading Fortress, and she's leading Quagsire, so we're obviously in a pretty decently bad situation here because Stone Edge is going to do some pretty decent damage against me. And I'm going to go for a Earthquake here, and I'm not going to shield because I want to conserve those for my Venusaur in the back and also my Quagsire. So we're going to use a Earthquake here, and I'm going to go into Venusaur. So Venusaur is going to do some super effective damage with that Vine Whip, and she's going to bring in Fortress. So she's got the wall, and I need to charge up some extra energy, and I'm going to use these Frenzy Plants. So I'm going to spam these Frenzy Plants at her, hoping to just knock down this Fortress as much as I can before she gets off a supercharge move against me. And she's going to farm, do her best, and I am going to not shield this Heavy Slam. So then I'm going to bring in Quag. I should have went for a neutral Fortress matchup there, but I bring in Quag. So I bring in Quag, and I am going to make mistake number 1 of the day. I should have maybe shielded that Heavy Slam. So I'm going to use Stone Edge here, and she is going to let her Fortress die, and then she's going to bring in her Venusaur, I'm guessing, and it's Quagsire. She brings in Quagsire, and she has a Stone Edge ready for me, so I shield there. So it's a good shield by me right there. And this is where I make my mistake. I need to shield there. If I shield there, I think I win the game. But I don't shield. So plot twist, spoiler alert. I'm going to bring in Fortress, and she's got a lantern. And I think if I don't shield, I might get enough to get a Stone Edge and an Earthquake here with Fortress. But I'm going to lose in the championship to a very good player. And Lantern was my X factor here. I should have ran Raichu, and I was debating it after, but GG's in that final round. So guys, get ready for a long speech. It's coming. You knew it was coming because I played very poorly in the championship. I lost to B Beta RA Douglas, who definitely outplayed me. Her team was very balanced at the end there. I got second along with Rhino City and Mega Arrow D, and also Quacky Carp. So two very good players in there. Rhino, I didn't get to play against Quacky, but obviously Mega Arrow D was very talented. Only lost to me once, and Rhino City's ranked around 376 in the world. So obviously you can see my path. I got to the championship against B Beta RA Douglas, and she's a very good player. She's new to the game, but her team was so balanced, and that Lantern with Water Gun killed me throughout the whole thing. But obviously I just want to update you guys on my trainer card. I cut my ranking in half. I'm up to 4,727 with 20 ranked battles and a 75 win percentage. So 16 out of 20. I'm not a mathematician, but I think that's correct. So obviously, you guys know that in the finals, I had a very big problem with that Lantern, and I should have led Raichu in the last match, and I was debating it, and I went with my Fortress, Venusaur, Quagsire. But here's the problem, guys. Even that team was not balanced. There was imbalances in that team. That team was super weak to fire, and I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. I want my videos to help you as a trainer. It's not for me to just rewatch my matches. I can do that on my phone at any point in time. It's the same thing with these other PvP content creators. They're not making content for themselves. Kang can sit there and watch his matches 10,000 times. Zionic can watch his matches 10,000 times. But they're making it for you people to watch it, so you people can pick out these things. So you can learn things about your own matches. And then when you're going to do your finals tournament in your Rainbow Cup, you're not going to put two things weak to fire out there. You know, you're going to have a balanced team. And if I would have led Raichu, or even had Raichu on my team, I think I probably could have won that match. Even if I would have used a shield. I just played very poorly in that final game, and it wasn't a very clutch performance, but that's why I'm hoping to learn from this tournament. This tournament is a learning stepping stone, and I'm going to do more Rainbow Cup tournaments. I'm competing in a remote tournament through the Go Stadium Discord. I'm also competing in a remote tournament through another Discord, and I'm going to be competing at the Open World Qualifier in Chicago, so I can't wait to do that as well. Guys, you know how much it means to me when you watch these videos. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. I hope you guys can learn from this as I am learning from it. Kang, if you shoutcast me, I would really appreciate it. I'm an up-and-coming PvP guy, and I think I could be a great content creator, and I think I have the knowledge to do what you guys do, and I think that I have the teaching ability as well to help foster other PvP players and help them hone in their skills and grow as we are growing, as we want everyone to grow in this community, because PvP is on the rise and we need it to grow and grow so that Niantic can make it official. So thanks for watching, guys. Look forward to making the next video. It's probably going to be some Rainbow Cup battles, maybe some best of threes, but it'll probably be coming out, so I'm assuming, on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you learned a little bit from this video.